Hello and welcome back to FTB Interactions. Now I've done quite a lot of work off camera, so I've had the third distillation tower over here to distill wood tar, basically replacing the single block distilleries there with a distillation tower. So it makes creosote oil, phenol, benzene, and toluene. And obviously I don't care about the creosote oil and the benzene, so I'm just trashing that stuff. And the reason I wanted to do this is first to make kind of a speed boost for the wood tar, because this is faster than the single blocks, and also to get the byproduct of this toluene, which can be used to make TNT, which will be useful way down the line. I think it's used to make, what was it, like neutronium? Yeah, neutronium. So we're gonna need a lot of that, so might as well get that started now, because it's quite slow. As you can see, I've only got like less than 100 buckets when this has been full for probably quite a while. So the next thing I did is I added the chemical bath over here to create raw carbon fibers, and I'm just breaking this memory chest, and I changed over the charcoal byproduct distillery over to the HV line, so now it's a bit faster, but again I'm running low on slash, so I have to upgrade that production yet again, but it's fine. I guess I'll start backstuffing on that when this Bisono A gets filled up, which is gonna take quite a while, but what other choice do I have? And one last thing I did is I added a new chicken to this place over here. So I had the rubbery chicken, which produces rubber in their steaks. This can be smelted into dry rubber or used in a chemical reactor with sawdust to produce rubber. So I'm doing this basically as a way to produce rubber, or I think it's on the outline actually. Yeah, right here. So I basically have rubber in the sticks and sulfur added into an LV chemical reactor, and then makes rubber. And then that goes into this assembling machine, which I can use for coating various keyboards and stuff. And with that, I've also added quite a lot of autocrafting recipes. For example, especially to this. And all that is to be able to craft a bunch of machines over here. And all these machines are going to help me create my ore processing system. Now honestly, I think I'm gonna have to add even more machines, but hopefully at least this should be good to start out with. So with that, I guess let's get down to business and start building the ore processing system. And with the power of editing, everything is done. I decided to cut the montage short because honestly it was going to get too long otherwise. I had to work on this for an extra 6 or 7 hours after the end there. So I decided to just skip ahead and show you the finished product here. Obviously this is not completely done, but all I have left is to add caches for every single material here. So that will be an ongoing process all throughout the rest of the series probably. But at least the setup will stay relatively the same. Alright, so it starts with this gold chest, and it's basically the input for the entire system. I basically just throw all my ores in here. And then the first thing is that it gets sorted into these two large memory chests. And what they do is basically sort the ores into the ones that can be converted into this and the ones that can't. So the ones that can go into this and the ones that can't go into this. And the ones that can are then extracted out and put in this chemical bath, be converted to dense, and from there it's extracted and put into this multi-smelter. I haven't shown this off yet. Basically, it's a very fast furnace. It handles like 16 items at a time, and overall it just cooks stuff very fast. So I can just throw a stack of ores in here, no problem, and it just is almost done. And so the output is extract some purple, and this chest also extracts some purple to go to these two macerators, which crush down yours into crushed variants, and disconnects underneath with some conduits. Now from there, these go into these sorting chests. So basically, these wooden chests for GregTech, which are not vanilla, can support these machine covers, which is another fun mechanic. For example, conveyors of every tier are also usable as covers and can be put on machines and GregTech chests like this. And so, for example, conveyor modules can move items. So if I right click with the screwdriver, I can move items up to 32 a second for an MV1. 32 a second is probably enough now, at least. So I can export or I can import. So basically, what I have here is I have a little sorting setup where on this side I'm exporting with an OR dictionary filter of crushed and star. And star is a wildcard, so it means that every single crushed ore can go through this. So this is a blacklist, so basically anything else goes into this chest. And on this side it's similar except whitelist. So the crushed ores go in here and everything else goes in here. And then using these blood magic routing nodes, these are pretty cool. They're basically like wireless item transfer things, and they move the outputs from this chest, which is mostly just red dust and stuff, and they move it directly into this chest, which is at the end of the line. And then of course the crushed ores again are extracted out with conduit and go into these 4 ore washing plants. And as you can see, I've made almost all the setups here to be scalable. So if I ever find out that something needs to be faster, such as these ore washing plants, I think I need to add another centrifuge because this single one isn't quite keeping up. I thought it would, but it doesn't. So, anyways, the grocery stores come into these are washing plants and are extracted out, and it's a potential dish chest. And this sorting setup is a bit complicated. Again, I have the same setup where I have an ordinary filter for crushed purified in wildcard star again. And it's blacklist, so it basically throws out everything in here, which is just tiny piles of various dust and stone dust. So those come over here. As you can see, I have a bunch of them in this chest, and basically all the tiny dust are imported into this packager using a robot farm with supply exact 27. That means basically that puts exactly 27, which is a multiple of 9. So this thing can never get stuck with random garbage. And I also have a conduit just extracting stone dust from here because I get a lot of it. Yeah, that's basically this chest. And that goes into packages up to a full dust, then goes into this chest again. And obviously from here I just have the crush purified, wet listed, and from here, once again I have two conveyors, and this one on the top is exporting purified galena, sphalerite, coal, diamond, emerald, ruby, olivine, and lithium ore. And then it exports it to this chest, which goes into this routing node, and it goes over here into this chest to be sifted. Now, that's because I need all these flowers, diamonds and stuff. So it sets up, I figured out all the ores that I need. Hopefully at least all of these over here are enough for me. Hopefully I won't need to add any more. Now I'm also taking out galena and sphalerite. This is because there is a chemical process in the future that needs this stuff. It's gonna be for indium concentrate, which it's going to be a bit later, but still it's good to at least have a backlog of this stuff. And then I have pretty much the same filter on this side, except it's a blacklist. Go into the rich chest, which again is extracted out into these macerators, and they crushed up again. And that makes me purified piles. And the purified piles go in here, again sorted out pretty much the exact same way. And the sub-blacklist for dust pure, and this gives me basically full dust again, so this goes directly into this final chest up here. And the other side is a whitelist, so the pure dust go into here, and then they go into the centrifuge in order to be processed again. And the centrifuge finally gives me full dust and tiny dust. So I had to do a bit of a backwards filter here. Basically, I whitelisted dust tiny from here and blacklisted dust tiny into here. And the reason is because if I did it the other way, then it would only be dust star. So technically, it would filter pretty much everything. Okay, sir, please. I'm trying to explain something. Anyways, so the does go into here, and then they're transported over here to this chest, they compact that into folders. And there you go, just go to here. And then this system obviously sifts my gems, puts them into this chest, and filters out into 3 chests actually. So this chest filters out the pure dust, because yes, for some reason this does give pure dust for some reason. So it filters out to the chest, then goes back down to the centrifuge yet again. And then the conveyor module that's facing up, it goes into this memory chest. And here I have normal, flawless, and exquisite gems filtered in. And once I make all the caches, they can be extracted into them. And then this one on the side takes the other ones, the floating chipped versions. And since they're basically useless, I just send them into a macerator, which makes them into small piles, not tiny. So they go into here. Yeah, see, it makes them into small piles. And they're taken into another pack jar. And of course, I have this one in similar with a robot arm, and this on spray exact form with a filter for the small. And of course, the filter here is this tiny. And all this finally ends up in this chest, which is basically like the output chest for the whole system. And then the dusts are extracted into these caches. And with that said, I thought I would try to process all of these dusts into ingots or whatever else they become. But I decided to guess it since it was going to take even more space. I already had to expand this. And I guess, I don't know, it seems like a good use of space for this. It's like a ring. But anyways, I can always just process these just through a multi-smelter on Thaumcraft. And as you can see, this thing is ridiculously fast, so I don't think we're gonna have a problem with that. And well, that's about pretty much the entire setup. And the only thing that's left really is to add in all the caches to store all the various different dusts and stuff. Now, I haven't really thought about organizing these, like I just piecing them down randomly, but it doesn't really matter. And I guess the last thing for this, I'll show you what's happening now here. And I know that at least this part doesn't seem too bad. There you come over here. And it's like a nightmare. Look at all this. All these conduits. Especially this. Look at this. DIY mess. Well, it worked. So this is what matters. And these are all the master routing nodes that these routing nodes from on top need. Now, I don't really know how filters and stuff in these work, so I just made 3 separate systems. So I have one for the dust, one for the tiny dust, and one for these special ores. And there comes the fun part where I just throw all my ores in, which is great because I have so many ores. Look at this. Just endless amounts of ores. Especially over here, I have like 1,000 discs. Dense iron. I literally have ores coming out of my ears at this point. So I'm very happy that I can process all of them now. So I'm looking at what my next steps in progression are going to be. And I see that I have access to applied logistics too. And well, I would love an applied logistics system. I honestly have no idea how I'm gonna actually integrate it here because almost all of my setups I've done kind of not really thinking of channels. So, for example, something like this is gonna take lots and lots of channels if I change it over to applied logistics, and I would lose some functionality as well, uh, because I don't really know of another way to keep exactly two buckets of something of a fluid in this stuff. For example, I don't know if I think another modpack maybe I think Numi Factory had this was a fluid regulator. I guess I could use that, but I don't think it's in here, so I don't really know. Do I just stick with logistics pipes? Or do I move to AE? I know there's a bridge mod in here, so maybe I can figure out some kind of way to use both at the same time. For now, I'll stick with logistics pipes. Maybe if I have the epiphany or whatever, maybe then I gotta try to do something with the part energistics. Guess I can try moving into EV then. So to move into EV, I'm gonna need to start producing titanium. And if I remember correct, titanium is actually kind of a essential recipe. So first thing I'll need is a vacuum freezer, which is gonna need these atomic alloys, and these need polytetrafluoroethylene. There. I read it once, maybe never again. Let's see what I need for this stuff. I'm gonna need hydrofluoric acid and chloroform. So chloroform, methane chlorine. Yeah, okay, that's pretty easy. Or it's gonna be carbon hydrochloric acid. It seems even easier, to be honest. And hydrofluoric acid is gonna be hydrogen and fluorine. Oh, fluorine. Well, there's a fluorine chicken. And let's see. So I need fluorine in order to make the chicken. So let's check that out. So how else do I get fluorine? I guess I basically use some of these dust that I can find. I think I'll probably have used something that I find my ore processing system. Now I think I also need this biotite. This amorphic resonator, which doesn't look that hard. So biotite can be electrolyzed from black granite dust. I can just pulverize granite for that stuff. Okay. So none of this looks that difficult to make. Now another thing I'll need to make titanium. Yeah, it's gonna be a blast furnace. And I think it needs to be a higher coil tier. I think it needs to be Kanto, right? Yeah, it needs to be at least Kanto. So I need to make up some Kanto as well. So Kanto is gonna be another vacuum freezer with hot Kanto. Kanto dust is just iron, chrome, and aluminum dust. Okay, that seems easy enough. Alright, so yeah, that's what I think I'll be doing in the next episode, probably, because I'm feeling pretty drained after making all this forcing stuff. this still took me a while. It took me like maybe like 8 hours in total. So I guess that's gonna be the end for this episode. So I hope you enjoyed my explanation of the robotic system. Hopefully it was understandable to y'all. But even if it wasn't, well, I still hope you enjoyed. And see you in the next one. Bye.